week's edition with Mula, Twan, and Noah. And today it's a better day. The Dallas Cowboys blow out, destroyed victory over the Washington Commanders to improve to 3-3-1 on the season, save their season essentially, get that a win in a division against a team they'll be competing for down the line, and completely destroyed them. So let's start off with Twan. Twan, what were your thoughts on this game, man?
I mean, they did what they had to do. Yeah, I mean, it was expected. Every division game can go either way any given Sunday. Um, it was impressive. I did see Bland show up finally, even though it was against Mariota. I seen Jadavion Clowney finally get active a little bit. Think he got a sack or so. I believe he got one sack. Few tackles. Guys, I've been looking for, man. They this was a prep game for them. It seems like I don't know what was going on with Washington. I mean, but Dak, like you said, man, Dak always owns Washington. Like I said, this was expected. They was down their top three offensive weapons. You got to understand it canceled out. Offense with Dallas never been a problem. So when they can get a crutch in a sense to have an offensive powerhouse come in without their three best offensive players, I mean it should be a white. That's any Sunday with anyone. So they did what they was expected to do, man. Good win for them. I'm still smiling. I love it. I wanted them to win. I bet on them to win. So I'm loving it. So yeah.
Mula.
Oh man, we looked amazing, man. What T.I. say? I'm back. I never let you down. Yeah, man. It feel like we back. You know what I'm saying? It feel like I don't know. I don't know, because of course that wasn't a legitimate test. I'll be real. Of course I can't name not one receiver besides Zach Ertz on the Commanders that was playing. Like, so it wasn't a real true test, but shit, it's like our defense the whole season couldn't stop a nosebleed. We couldn't stop the DeSoto Eagles. God damn it, what's these Frisco? We couldn't stop the Frisco Liberty, whatever these teams is out here. We couldn't stop nobody. So the fact we was able to just stop somebody, bro, just get us just for me to be able to see that, like, I felt good, man. And they had Jaden Daniels. I mean, I felt like he's one of those quarterbacks who can kind of lead the way with top receivers out. So I mean, it was a test, but it wasn't a true test. So I feel good, man. We look great.
Noah, now you're gonna tell me why the Cowboys are gonna win the Super Bowl, Noah. I know
No, I'm not going to tell you that.
Be
But what I'm going
honest.
to tell you is they looked much better yesterday. Eberflus finally, he had a better game plan yesterday. He played a lot more man coverage, and then he started to disguise some pressures from zone. So that was a good thing there. Also, after they lost last week to the Panthers, I saw a report, something like Dak was pushing for them. Like, if they win the coin toss, they want the ball to start the game. And they should do that for the rest of the season. He's planning to do that because they play better with the lead. I'm starting to see that. So with this type of offense that we have this year specifically, they need to have these fast starts because that's what it looked like yesterday. As soon as they got to start, defense can get some momentum. So it was good to watch that yesterday.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. There is no way if they ever win a coin toss, they send that defense on the field first. They should, they should never, ever, 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 ever think about that. And you talked about Eberflus, I guess playing more man. I did watch the game live. I need to rewatch. Always rewatching the second time is what makes me be able to understand the X's and O's. So I haven't been able to do that. But if you said he ran more man. I mean, bro, if you're going up against Luke McCaffrey and I don't even know what the rest of it is, and they went in there and they cooked these Cowboys DBs out. Oh my goodness, Eberflus should have just handed his resignation that morning. So, I mean, and that leads to the question I was gonna ask. Y'all think this game is more about the Cowboys and how great that they looked as a unit, how great that Pickens CD Lamb combination looked, or is this just more about the Commanders missing a wide receiver 1, 2, and 3, Jaden Daniels getting knocked out as well in the third quarter? What is this game more about? What is this more of an indication of? Then, let's start off with Mullah this time.
I'm gonna say it's both. we went in there and we did what we were supposed to do to a team that's missing their starting receivers. I mean, it was supposed. I wasn't expecting a blowout, like I said, because I've seen teams go in there and win without their starting receivers. Like if this shit came down to a field goal, we would have been saying, "Oh, no, they got some dogs. You know, they got some dogs at the receiver. They threes and fours and fives, still some dogs." But the fact that we blew them out, it's like, "Oh no, well them niggas ass. They receiving, they ain't got no receivers, da da da." So we did what we were supposed to do to a team with their 3 and 4 and 5 receivers. Um, but at the same time, I loved how Dak and Pickens looked. I loved how CD looked on his first game back. It looked like he had miss a day. It looked like it felt like he was never injured. You know what I'm saying? He said he was prepared last week to come back, and that shit, it looks like he was right. You know, so for me, I'll say it's a bit of both, man.
Twan?
Uh, it's kind of hard, man. I haven't really seen them go up against a good test yet, so it's like I really would rather see them be both fully equipped to ball. See how that game would have went. It's unfortunate, of course, you have to play who's on the schedule, but I mean, Cowboys are a front running team. You get one of these teams in here like that, they do it. They're at home. The fan is crazy. You know they're expected to do this. I expected this to happen, like literally, especially when Jaden went down. I mean, he was kind of lackluster to begin with that day, but as mentioned, I mean Dak has this team's formula. So it's like what you expect. I didn't see anything I wasn't expected to see. I was expecting to see them wide receiver duos shine, which they did. Um, wasn't expecting no picks, but again, it was Mariota back there. So that's they still have problems. They still gonna have problems that they haven't fixed. They haven't addressed each week that Pickens shows up, that bank account is going to get wealthier as expected as well. So Jerry's going to have to be paying attention to that. I don't know what he's doing. He haven't mentioned it. He hasn't sniffed at it or nothing. But that's that's your problem. So yeah, I mean, I would say it's more so of Washington being down. I mean, they came in crippled and even more crippled in the third. So yeah.
Yeah, that's Jerry's MO, is it? Leaving it till late. Noah.
I would say it's more of a Washington being down because there he had nobody to throw to, literally, besides Zach Ertz. And even then, like they came down the field in the beginning of the game. I'm like, okay, so is it gonna be like one of those days again? But we just started scoring, getting a lead, and then that happened. But I mean, I'll say this to Twan, we have had a test. It was Green Bay, and that was a tie. I mean, I can't say we failed or we passed. I mean, but we got a
Yeah.
test next week. We got a test
Yeah.
next week. Big one.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do got a test next week against a team that scored 33 points in the fourth quarter. Never seen that. Never seen that before.
Crazy.
Um, with and I'm never the type of guy that says, "Oh, this guy was missing and improved." There'll be times in the past where John Morant would be missing for the Grizzlies and they'll still win, and people say, "Oh, they're better off without." They're better off with. I'm not one of those guys. But look, Trayvon Diggs is not a very good cornerback. I've been saying that for a long time. Do you think there's any correlation with how that Cowboys defense played and Trayvon Diggs being out? And if there's not, how can they fit him back into the fold and continue to build off their best defensive performance of the season, Twan?
Oh, I I don't I think he's I wouldn't say a distraction. I think he's gonna cripple y'all for sure. I feel like that y'all need at this point he's washed. Y'all gonna have to, you know, take that bullet, bite that bullet, man, on what y'all paid him. Take that as a loss. I mean, y'all do it often with overpaying people, and let add him to the list and get these young boys in there. Like I said, no receivers yesterday for Washington, but y'all look pretty decent. Look pretty decent for sure. The front line was okay. Secondary did their job. Like I said, it was against some high schoolers, but I would say he's gonna have trouble fitting back into the rotation with that performance that he portrayed these first half of the season here, and I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know their game plan with him. I don't know if they're forced to get him reps because of his salary or what, but they're gonna have to adjust that. It needs to be some adjustments. Get these young boys some reps because y'all gonna need the young boys more so than him down the line when it comes to positioning and playoffs and things like that for sure.
No,
Um, I wouldn't say there's a correlation yet. He hasn't played well, obviously, but I feel like regardless if he was playing well or not, the scheme is not for him. Eberflus finally realized that they should play more man, regardless of who is lining across the field.
wait. No, 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 no. Don't you think he's playing man? Don't you think he's playing man because of the opposition? At some point, your opposition has to when a team is missing their top three receivers, the game plan is going to change no matter what. No, no matter what, whether it's Robert Sala, Matt Eberflus, Brandon Staley, whatever bum you throw in, or top defensive coordinator, the scheme is going to change. Or if it doesn't, not change, but the emphasis become different. You know,
At the same time, they went 6 weeks doing what he did before, and they were letting up. They were the 32nd ranked, their worst defense in the NFL. So he's gonna have to start playing man. I'm just saying what I saw yesterday. He needs to have like not the exact same game plan, but he needs to start out with man. Now with Trayvon Diggs, when he comes back, right? I don't even know how he ended up there in the first place, concussion protocol. But when he comes back, this is like his last opportunity, really, because it's like he's robbing us of $97 million. Like I don't know what he's out there for, you know. So I mean, because there's Trayvon Diggs and then there's Kyrie Elam. I haven't seen Kyrie Elam play a good game yet. I don't know. Sharon Ravel is getting activated soon after that window from IR, so maybe he can show us something, but I
yeah,
don't know.
I think that's the one. I think that's the one reason why Trayvon Diggs is going to continue right back into the lineup as soon as he comes back, because Kyrie Elam is terrible, absolutely terrible. But if there was some quality young players in there, I don't know. I could really have seen this become a Jalen Smith situation where he you know, kind of got shuffled out. They cut ends on a player that they overpaid. Mula, what's your thoughts on the what I asked previously?
I feel like his time is ticking. He's on his way out the door. I don't think he wants to be there. I keep hearing them say, he was best friends with Micah Parsons, and
Yeah,
since Micah's left, his whole aura has dropped and everything. It's not high energy for him anymore. On top of the BS he pulled in off season with going to go train and repair his after his injury with his own people instead of with the teams. I mean, that's all it's all on him. It's all because of you. Like the team is doing what's in the best interest of the team and for you, and you're going against the grain. We don't really need that in our locker room. So you could peel with Micah if you want to. Get him the fuck up out of here. I don't care. We played great yesterday without him. You know what I'm saying? I only want people here that wants to be here. I don't know number 25's name, but he balled. Shit. I mean, I would say he didn't play against no top receivers, of course, so he ain't had a true test. Now next week when they get to playing Cortland Sutton and all them, we gonna see. We're gonna see what it's looking like. Um, but man, we look great without Diggs, man. I'm tired of him getting burnt and cooked. He was doing that shit when he wasn't injured. I'm just tired of seeing that. I'm tired of that image in my brain of a ball being in the air and Diggs is running for his fucking life while the receiver's head is up and the hand is out. Like I'm tired of that. So, um,
see, yeah,
I
that's.
think he,
Oh, keep going,
he,
keep going.
he pulled some BS to get a concussion. I don't know what happened. Like the coaches ain't talking about what happened for him to even get a concussion at home. Get him the fuck. He gotta go, bro. Pack him the fuck up. He's out of here, man.
Yeah, yeah, that's a very funny situation. The concussion at home, I don't know.
Concussion at home.
You
The fuck
know,
is you doing?
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, well, we gotta talk about on some positives because this is a blowout win. George Pickens continued to look great, and CeeDee Lamb came in. He also looked great. They look like two number one receivers out there. They looked elite. Twan, you've been critical of CeeDee Lamb in the past, and I'm sure you'll continue to stay critical because I don't think any of the things that you said have changed. But I don't know. What's your thoughts on this wide receiver combination? How they look today or yesterday?
I mean, like I said when they was in Oxnard, looking all cute and shit, catching one hand passes, you know what I'm saying, hip scotch hopping and shit, all that dumb shit. They had the chance to do that yesterday. I love it. Like I said, Cowboys are great when it's front running situations. When they get a team out here that's limping, they're gonna do that. I've seen it too many years, man. They look great. I don't think any of them had drops, which is my main concern with CD. Pickens was being Pickens. Pickens my guy, man. If there's anyone that would transition me back to the Cowboys, it's them bringing that dog Pickens here. I'm telling you, man, because I just love his energy, man. He's the only dog out there that's just he don't care who in front of him. He don't care who the quarterback is, the coach is. Give me the ball and get out my way. I love that energy. Um, yeah, they solid, man. They solid. CD. I mean, the longest ball he got was 74 yards. I think he finished with 110. So what's that? Maybe 30, 36 yards besides that one catch for 74. So, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I got to see more. So we'll see. We'll see.
Uh, yeah, you made a good point how the Cowboys, they're front runners, and what the Cowboys do best is when they smell blood. Oh my goodness, especially early in the regular season when it doesn't matter. The problem is they have opportunities to smell blood when it matters the most, and suddenly they all got stuffed noses, and suddenly they ain't the same team
Yeah.
that they were before. But yeah, Mula, what's your thoughts on this wide receiver combination? Is this something that it's gonna be a catalyst of what we're gonna see going forward from these two guys? And
I
why?
think I don't think we've even seen these guys. Well, we know they have a high ceiling, right? Their ceiling is extremely high. I think this is a T. Higgins and Jamar Chase 2.0. I think they can be better than those guys together. Um, I'm just being real, bro. T. Higgins is not better than Pickens this year, and Chase is better than CD. But these guys are playing at a high level, man. No matter who you throw in front of them, we don't make the schedule. We don't. That's not our jobs. All my guys' jobs to do is show up and play, and they've done the same thing week after week after week, no matter what DBs is in front of them, and it's gonna continue to happen. These guys got no. You can't stop Pickens and CD. You can't. Now Turpin running wide open. So I mean, you just got to pick your poison with this team. I love it. I'm hoping CD go ahead. I mean, Jerry go ahead and pays Pickens. I don't give a damn if you got to pay him 32, 30, 33 million a year. Who gives a damn? This is gonna be the first dynamic duo we've had in a while since Terry Glenn days. Since the no,
Ain't
for
gonna
real.
hold you.
You know,
Miles Austin and Dez was
Miles Austin Dez. My
Uh,
fault. Miles and Dez.
Amari Cooper and Amari
CD.
Cooper and well CD for 1 year, but Michael Gallup. I thought Michael Gallup was a. I don't know if you could. Hmm. Yeah,
It's
the
just
Jamar
at
Chase.
this level.
Look,
This
I think
level.
T Higgins and George Pickens. If you can say it's a toss up, okay. To say George Pickens is clearly better than T Higgins, I don't know about all that. I think Jamar Chase is one of the best receivers I've watched play ever. Like so, just I don't know if I could go that far, but this wide receiver combination, they're one of the better receiver combinations in the league. Definitely top five, 100%. No,
I think this is one of, they're just great and they're just getting started. To be honest, CD got hurt and he's back. I thought he was going to be out for longer, so I'm just glad to see them start building together. I mean, yesterday, yeah, he didn't have barely any yards other than that big catch, but he just got off injury, so I'm ready to see him do more. But next week is going to be big because Pastor Tim. So I'm looking forward to that.
oh my god.
He
that's gonna
cooking.
be.
Yeah,
I'm not. I'm. That's a great That's a great. Like I wouldn't want to watch the Broncos offense going up against the Cowboys defense. That's trash versus trash. But the Cowboys offense going up against Bronco defense. Oh, ooh, that's gonna be very, very
Yeah.
interesting to see the other side of the ball. Um, let's talk about where the Cowboys sit right now in the NFC East. So right now, Cowboys find themselves second in the NFC East with the Eagles. The Eagles did get a win this week, impressive win against the Vikings, but they are coming off two losses beforehand. So they're 5-2. Cowboys second, 3-1, which I think puts them what is that like 1.5 games? I guess we can say behind the Eagles. Commanders. Wow, I couldn't believe this actually when I when I found out. Well, when I seen the standings, they're 3-4. Um, and that was also a division loss that they suffered to the Cowboys. I believe, they also lost to the Eagles earlier on the season, so they're 0-2 in the division. Cowboys are 1-1 in the division. Eagles are 1 and 1-1. And then the Giants, man, the Giants. I think Giants have been playing some really good ball this season, and then just I don't know. They could, bro. They're 2-5. I think they could easily be 4-3, maybe even 5. You talk about that game that they lost to the Cowboys. Don't get me started on that Denver loss. They threw away a game against the Saints, just turning it over left and right. But you know what? That's what losing football teams do, and they've done that for a while. Quite frankly, under Brian Daboll, I think his time is coming up. Sadly, even though I think he's a good coach. So yeah, with these standings, how they look, man. Mula, where do the Cowboys sit in the NFC East?
We sit in second place. We sit right behind Philly. You know, shit. Honestly, we should have won that Philly game. Shit, but like I say, Philly is clearly a better team than us because they can ball on both sides of the field. We seen them open up their offense this past weekend. They had to.
Okay, let
Um,
me let me rephrase that question. Actually, if you had to do a power ranking of the NFC East, where would the Cowboys rank?
it would still be second. It would still be second. Um, our defense is. I mean, defense is part of the team. It's not just our. Oh, we could brag about the O all day. We know what they can do. Our defense is the shittiest in the division. I mean, they're worse than the Giants. They're worse than the Commanders' defense. We have the worst defense in the NFL. So, yeah, man, we in second, but I'm comfortable in second place. It gives us hope. I don't know how Philly's schedule looks coming up, but the Commanders are 3-4 with Jaden Daniels being out.
Philadelphia,
Mariota.
Philadelphia got the Giants, Packers, Lions, Cowboys, Bears, Chargers.
Okay, so that could go either way. That ain't too crazy. That ain't too bad. But
Mm,
the Commanders are 3-4. They out. Their quarterback is out. The Giants, they get the Giants the fuck up out of here, man. Nobody has hope in them no more. Get Scatterbo and Dart and all the niggas that Twan be. Hey, my nigga Dart, you gonna see my nigga Dart? Yeah,
I
Dart gonna
mean,
be riding the
Dart won the
fucking.
game. Slick won the game yesterday, man.
Dart
Being
gonna be
honest.
riding the fucking Dart.
Dart, you know what happened to Dart? He did too good. He scored a touchdown too early. That's what happened. And
Exactly.
yeah,
Nah,
okay,
that pick. He threw that pick.
yeah,
That, that,
earlier on, yeah, that's gave them.
that
He's
pick
a
is what turned the whole
he's a
game on.
he's a rookie. I mean, but yeah, you're right. You're right. Tuan, you last couple weeks you've been saying that the Cowboys are the worst team in the division. Are you sticking with that after this blowout win over the Commanders?
Are we taking into account the injuries and the current situation of each team, or are we just saying overall if all of them is full strength?
I mean, yeah, if all of them full strength, just do your well. You can't say all of them full strength. Malik Neighbors ain't coming back this year, so
Well,
just do
yeah.
your power ranking. Just do your
Okay.
power.
I'll put Philly up there. It'll be
Mhm.
Philly. Still Washington. When Jaden gets back, and it's really a toss up with Dallas and Giants. But if I was to toss one up, I would say more so Giants because their defense is better than Dallas. And I mean, because you got to understand, we're talking about Dallas, who has been the top offensive team the past 10 years in this division and probably in the league. And that doesn't matter when it comes down to what it comes down to. I'm loving the direction the Giants are going to, man. And without that, if it wasn't for that kicker that got off the street yesterday, that would have been a top win for them against a Denver team that's solid.
The big
Against a Denver
Philadelphia.
team that really shouldn't have even had them in the game like they was. So yeah, I'll still put Dallas at 4 right now. They can go out there and score 40 points a week if they want to. It's not going to matter with their defense giving up 40 points to a solid team. So yeah.
Well, you obviously seem like you disagree with that, and I want y'all to feel free if y'all need to come in. If y'all are hearing something you disagree with, please feel free to state your opinion. So Mula was
I'm just saying, bro. Where's the what can go wrong, will go wrong with the Giants? Because now put the Cowboys in that same situation and let us be up 33 to whatever. What was it, 8? And
uh,
and 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 Dak go out there and throw a pick and they kick a field goal and what can go wrong will go wrong with the Cowboys. No, sir. They not getting no fucking leniency from me. The Giants they getting better. They're getting better from what they were in the past seasons, but they're not better than the fucking Cowboys. Fuck is niggas talking about? You wouldn't put a red penny on that matchup. with neighbors back, with Jackson Dart in there, and with Scatterbull, you're still not betting on the Giants to beat Dallas with that horrible defense. I
Did,
guarantee you're not.
did they beat them already?
Yeah, we already beat the Giants. Yeah.
But
Yeah, they did. I
Shit.
mean,
We already beat them.
with Russell Wilson, they did. Yeah,
So
but
With
what's
that,
no? I'm saying that because what that means. That means the Giants is going to win the next one. So it is, and
no.
I absolutely am going to go for the Giants to cover the next game against Dallas. And I wouldn't be surprised. 95. I'm 95% confident that the Giants will beat Dallas next time.
We could place a bet, brother. Let me know.
Absolutely, brother.
Side
It's
bet,
locked
bro.
in. It's locked in.
Noah,
as far as the division, are you saying like standing in the division right now,
yeah,
or
what
like
the
chance of
power
winning
ranking?
division?
The power
Power
ranking.
rankings, I would
Yes,
say Philly, Washington, then Dallas, then New York.
you're
Here's
lying.
why. Here's why. I'm not lying.
We know
I'm,
you're lying, bro.
I'm
Come
not
on,
lying.
bro. You get on
I'm
the,
not lying.
you
He
get on
always
the,
He want to
he
you,
put
always wants
Dallas
to
up
nah,
there. He want
bro.
to.
You
he
get
wants
on
to
the,
foreshadow
you
and
get
shit.
on the camera,
No,
and suddenly,
no,
this dude turns into some like
nah,
nah,
bro.
no
He just don't want
controversial,
to live
no
with it. Be
nothing,
quiet. Stop
no.
it,
Yeah,
man.
Bro,
yeah.
this dude was talking about the division 2 weeks ago. I swear to God, bro, he was talking about the division 2 weeks ago. Now you're saying, no, okay, go. I'm sorry, go Noah. Go.
This is an honest opinion, bro. It is what it is. Look, with Washington, I feel like keep in mind they had their top three wide receivers out, and I saw them still drive down the field before like momentum turned. So just keep that in mind. I mean, with Dallas, it's their defense. Their defense is just like I'll be more confident if their defense wasn't just so trash, man. Damn, they're just like yesterday. I feel like okay, they're going up against a injured team, but what did they show me the first 6 weeks? Even then, they still got a lot of football left. Like their schedule is still ahead of them. Like they can mess around, win some games. Here we go. But I feel like Philly's also clearly the best team in the division. But I would say we're like right there with Washington. It's like neck and neck. Keep in mind, Washington might be cooked
Yeah,
considering the next 3 games.
Yeah,
They
they're
done.
cool. They're
They
cool.
out of here.
yeah, yeah. I want to know more clarity on the Jaden Daniels situation before, but I would say I'd put Cowboys right now 3, even with the Commanders in the next 3 games, just because the receivers, Commanders are I mean, the Commanders they reached the NFC Championship last season for a reason. This is a well coached team, well rounded unit defensively. They're aging and they haven't been great. They need to figure it out defensively. They were terrible yesterday, and that's something they need to figure out. Um, I will say, y'all keep, or Noah, you kept bigging up on the Cowboys offense, the Cowboys offense, the Cowboys offense. I'm not there yet to get on that train with y'all talking about this Cowboy offense because I feel like, and I think it's very possible that this happens next week. By the way, I feel like there'll be one day that the defense finally figures it out and they're strapping shit in and they're locking the other team down and maybe Bo Nix. And suddenly this Cowboys offense can get their head out of their ass. And I'm waiting for that moment to come. And we're through week 7. That's the reason why I don't want to big them up. But from what we've seen so far, it is one of the top. It is the best offense in the league. They've been dominating, but I still have to put them third because of that defense. Um, because of what the Commanders proved kind of from last season. They're only half a game behind you know, the Cowboys. Some room to grow. So I think the NFC East will be very interesting. I do think Philadelphia has some more losses coming in there, and there may be a chance that this is one of the division, and these are one of the NFC Easts from we've seen where maybe a 6-7 loss team will win the division. I could see it happen, or I could see Philadelphia just run the table. It's one of those. It's one of those two things with this Philadelphia team. So
I
yeah,
mean, we seen it, man. I mean, when you when you put the guy in front of you that's actually of your caliber, like let's say I want to say the first game they played the Eagles, how many points they put up? Like 20
Yeah.
or so.
yeah,
And then I know that did they even score against Chicago? No, I'm playing. They scored, but what did they put up against Chicago? Like
17,
17?
14.
17, 14.
Like what do we? Okay, okay, go. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead,
No, no,
man.
no, no. It's a no problem. But yeah, so as we, as the Cowboys go forward into the season, CD Lamb starts getting more and more, gets to play even more, gets more comfortable playing alongside Pickens. I like to see how that wide receiver dynamic plays out. I have to be honest. It's just sometimes I be seeing CeeDee Lamb celebrate like crazy when Pickens scores a touchdown or something like that. Sometimes I think that's a little artificial. I mean, these guys have egos. These guys can have egos. So I want to see how their partnership goes forward. Let's say the targets go down for Pickens after the great weeks he's had. So now with CD coming back, how is he gonna react to it? We know that uh he can be a troublemaker. So that's
He
that's what
keeps
I like to
talking
see.
about this man making trouble, bro. That's crazy.
But I mean, that's all we've seen from him his entire career.
That's his
I
career,
think
man.
I think the only reason why he's on his best behavior is he's trying to get that
Trying to
bag.
get that bag for sure. That's gonna keep you motivated, you
And
know.
then that's even worse though, don't you think? That's even worse. That's the only reason why he's keeping. Because once you give him the bag, his behavior is gonna go worse times two.
Well, well, as long as he's putting up the same numbers he's putting up and performing how he should, that's all I give a damn about.
Because look, there was a reason why the Steelers let him go. Now the Steelers right now are looking for a wide receiver that they want to put next to DK Metcalf. There's a reason why they let go of George Pickens. It wasn't a talent issue.
But you got to think about who his quarterback was with Pittsburgh. You know, I'm sure he's
Kenny
causing a
Pickett.
little bit of more ruckus with that quarterback. Was it
Yeah,
Rudolph? Mason Rudolph? Fuck
Mason
no, I
Rudolph,
don't want to be there neither. I'm gonna
yeah,
Kenny
cause
Pickett.
some damn problems.
and then Justin Fields last season earlier on,
That's
who
Justin
got who
Fields.
got who got benched. We are all the whole NFL world is cured. We don't want.
Oh, he got benched this past weekend. I
He
ain't
got,
see that.
Yeah.
he got
Second.
benched against Carolina in like the third quarter, second quarter.
What?
Yeah, yeah, 46. But we had 41 yards last week through three quarters. He had 46 yards. They put in Tyrod Taylor. It was about
That's
time, man.
crazy.
And he had his career day against y'all.
He's
It's
out. He's
crazy.
done. Justin is done. This
No,
is
This is
last year
crazy.
starting.
100% he's done. 100% he's done. Before we get to the Broncos game, though, and go a little bit more in depth with that. Anything else that I might have missed from this game? Any game notes that you want to get off your chest, Mula? I always let you like release anything you missed.
Um, I'm gonna let one of them go while I gather my
Come on.
thoughts.
I have nothing, brother. I'm just sitting back waiting patiently. I love when they win. I love the rowdiness. I love all the fans coming kumbayaing about the bowl, and I'm
Yeah,
loving it, man. I am loving it.
it would have been
So
terrible. It would have been absolutely terrible if they lost. I mean, I don't
yeah,
think there would be that much hope going forward. If lost, that would have been a second division loss, owed to the division. Noah, anything you
Nah,
wanted to
nothing.
come up on
Nothing.
the anything you came up with the game? Any performances that you were quietly pleased with on any side of the ball? Oh,
Okay.
Javante Williams. I thought
That's,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I
shout
thought
out Javante, man. Shout
Javante
out.
Williams, I thought he figured things out as well.
yeah.
So let's move on to the Denver
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Broncos.
whoa. I got one thing to get off.
Go ahead.
Um, Twan, brother, all that Pickens is gonna be the reason why I might come back, brother. That door is closed. It ain't no coming back. You done made
Oh,
a yes, sir,
oh,
brother.
oh.
You just said, hey, if I become a fan again, Pickens gonna be the reason. Cause that dog, no, sir, brother. That door is closed. We don't need you over here, brother. We have no
Ah,
more room, brother. This boat has no more room on it, brother. This
brother.
bandwagon is full.
Like I said, man, y'all gonna have to show me a ship before that's even in
That's
consideration.
fine,
But
brother. I don't want to see no celebrations.
I'll definitely keep my individual player likeness on your guys
That's
squad,
cool,
man.
but I don't want to see no gear. I don't want to see nothing. You or Imran. I don't want to see no Cowboys gear. I don't want
Why you
no
mention?
hoot hip hop parade. If we win that shit, I'm telling you, bro. I'm on y'all ass.
For sure,
Bro,
brother.
bro, I'll walk barefoot to Canada before you ever see me in no Cowboys gear, bro. You ain't never got to worry about that. You'll
Okay,
never see me
okay.
in no Cowboy gear. Um, you never see no Cowboy gear. Okay, well, with this win, Mullah specifically, Noah, you pretend like you lose optimism. You always have faith
Okay.
in the
Okay.
Cowboys.
This
But
this
with
has to stop, bro.
Mu-
I
Mullah,
gotta keep it real, bro.
Mullah, you had no, you've never really had real optimism past week, like two, to be honest, this season, especially after that Chicago Bears game. That was kind of what
Yeah.
what broke you. This win gives you any sort of because you still believe playoffs is remotely no, you know, no possibility at all.
Well, we ain't had no true. We had that test like you said, the Packers. But that was a tie. So shit, we ain't had no true test where we dominated and won the game. That's my only concern, bro. If they could just show me that one time, maybe with the Broncos, then that'll be fine. But even the Broncos ain't a true test. I'm talking about against the Lions. I'm talking against the Chiefs. If we can do some, if we can beat them, now I got all the hope in the world back. I got a little bit of hope left. I just got a tiny bit on, and that's because um we still got the best offense in the league, of course. But I want to see what it looked like with Overshawn back, and when Revel gets into the cahoots
into
of
the mix.
things, and when we just get completely healthy and everybody's in sync, and we can see literally our best players on defense playing together. When we start playing more man, when we start jamming, all of that, then I'll really be able to tell. So I got a little bit of hope. Yeah, I got a little bit of hope left for sure. I don't know if we making the playoffs. So I can't tell you that yet.
Well, I don't. You know what? So this game is the game that gave you hope then, because I don't believe you had any hope last week. I don't think you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
hope
yeah.
before that.
This game definitely gave me
This
hope.
game is the one that gave you hope. Okay.
Well,
Well,
you gotta think. Commanders strength was running the ball. I think they were like the best team in the league and running the ball. And we stopped the run. That ain't got nothing to do with them receivers. We wasn't loading the box. When you watch the game, it got a little bit to do with the receivers because you could load the box more, this, that, and the third. But when I watched the game, they wasn't loading the box. Motherfuckers just hitting their gaps, getting off the ball. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we did a good job at it. That shit like that gives me hope, man. It gives me hope. When you can stop the best team in rushing in the league and make them one-dimensional, our offense is our defense.
Oh my
Like you guys
God.
talked about earlier. Getting the ball, winning the coin toss, taking the ball, going downfield, scoring a bit. Now your offense is your defense. Just get a stop. Get the lead again. Now it's 14-0. You know, and just keep playing like now you make them one-dimensional. That's how we get our wins
Brother,
up
they
until our
came
guys
into
get
the
there.
game one dimensional without three of their top receivers. This is the problem with Cowboy fans that I noticed when I was a Cowboy fan because I was a victim of it. You telling me you're taking up for these grown ass men stopping the run when all they had was the run that day? What are we talking about?
They didn't have the run that day, brother. What do you
Brother,
mean?
and they started
no,
off 2 tugs, 3 tugs up. Of course, the run is going to be taken away. They're not going to run it like that. They're going to have to
Well,
try to get it to them three
it's a
bums.
team sport. It's a team sport, brother. What
That's why,
they
and
tried to
that's
come
why
out.
the Cowboys will
They
never do
tried to
nothing
come
because
before the score was.
they get cradled by their fans.
I'm
It's
just
like
speaking
it's
facts,
like a
brother.
spelling test.
I'm speaking facts,
It's,
brother.
it's like
What do you
it's like
want?
it's like you're commending a 15-year-old high schooler for learning how to pronounce hi and bye and shit like that.
We were the
No,
worst run defense in the league, and we stopped the best team rushing the
Russian.
ball in the league. That nigga that says something.
did y'all stop it or did they stop really having to run the ball because they was down so much?
We
And
stopped
also
it
when
when
they
they were
did
running
run
the
it,
ball. We stopped
it's
shit.
not hard to stop something that you're focused on. You're focused on the run into that game because they don't have. That's why you think they playing man. They don't have the personnel.
But we wasn't sending all out. You acting like we was sending the whole house.
Y'all didn't have
Niggas
to,
was just
brother.
plugging the gaps, bro. Niggas was just plugging the gaps and doing their job. Like Michael Irvin say, do your job, nigga. Niggas just doing their job, nigga. Fuck is niggas talking about, man?
Yeah,
Niggas gotta
he sounds
respect it,
just like
man.
that nigga, man.
We did one thing right, man. I'm just happy about that. Our defense
That's
did one thing
crazy,
right.
man.
They ain't perfect, but
This
shit, we
is the
stopped the
only
run.
team in the world that I hear these type of things from. It still bothers me to this day, man. The only team, but
And Mullah is one of the objective ones too, so it makes you think what what the Noahs of the world, what the other Cowboy fans that live in La La Land, what did they be thinking? That's what I'm wondering. Noah, look, I don't know how much of what you're about to say is gonna be real, but I'm gonna go to you either way. So,
I swear, it's every. Hey, okay. Look,
uh,
look, look. He knows me very well. I guess. Okay.
yeah,
Look,
yeah,
look.
yeah.
Okay. I'm. Hey, disclaimer. I'm trying to be real, guys. Just letting y'all know. All right.
Yeah.
All right. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna need that question again because I was paying attention to these two
no,
going at
yeah,
it,
I
bro.
mean, they were. You think the Commanders and how they weren't able to, run. I didn't ask this question. They kind of deviated to it, but I
Yeah.
love it. How the Commanders, they had the best rushing attack entering this game. You said. or one of the better ones, and the Cowboys have one of the worst rushing defenses in the league, and y'all were able to limit the run. Do you think this is more about the Cowboys defense, playing to their gaps, the gap integrity, how well that they played, how well that D line played, or is it more about the Commanders were missing their top three receivers, so it allows Eberflus and the team to key in and to stop this run game.
It's more about the Commanders. They were depleted. Well, I mean, what else was gonna happen? Like, here's my thing: you don't have Terry McLaurin or Deebo Samuel to somehow stretch the field. Keep in mind, Deebo Samuel, they also put him in the backfield. Imagine what happened then. So I'm gonna go with the Commanders being depleted because, like, you having wide receivers, dynamic wide receivers like that, okay, then they can stretch the field, make them go to play action. Then the run will, start working. But I'm not gonna just give it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just give the Cowboys that just because they faced a depleted team. Because look what happened against Rico Dowdle in Carolina. Rico motherfucking Dowdle, bro. Like,
exactly.
No, like I no. They have to show me against Denver. They have to show me against who? Yeah, no. It's more about the Commanders being depleted.
But why didn't the Jets do the same thing? Who name a Jets receiver?
Garrett Wilson.
All right, name another one.
Shit, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Them motherfuckers ain't got nothing at the receiver.
I mean, they're ass either way. Like, you have to show me that against like you said, if they can do that shit against Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, okay then. But they're not gonna do that against Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery unless they show me something, bro. There's something that I don't know, something that we don't know.
Time will tell, man.
Time will tell.
Overshown is on the way back, man.
I mean, yeah, Overshown is on the way back, but bro, I want Kenny Clark and Osa Odigizua, to play like they did yesterday consistently. Yeah. And the edges, bro. Sam Williams, bro. I'm so close to getting. I swear, bro, something wrong with him, man. No, I swear he'd be laughing on Twitter and shit. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna get off topic, but yeah.
Wait. What happened?
Okay, this will happen. So there's like Cowboys people, who break down film and stuff like that. So at Carolina, Sam Williams was getting blocked by Xavier Legette, a wide receiver, and a tight end, like 7 yards off the ball. And he replied with a laughing emoji to the tweet. That man don't give a shit, bro.
I'm not caring this shit.
This is same man with DUIs and shit all off the field. Then he tore his Achilles. Okay, he tore his Achilles. Now he's still bullshitting. Like, bro, he's somebody that's off the chopping block. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
We need us a Vince Wilfork type of player on that. I'm just saying, we need us one of them. Nigga that's gonna plug some shit up big as hell. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, all that shit happening. Micah got what? 3 sacks yesterday?
3 sacks.
A dog.
I'm gonna let you lead the way, Emra. I mean, I'm gonna put that out there for you, man.
Micah Parsons did indeed have 3 sacks against the Arizona Cardinals, team that the Cowboys will see in a couple weeks. But we will move on to this week's upcoming game. You're going up against the Denver Broncos team that's already 2-0 against the NFC East after beating the Giants this week. They also got Philadelphia a couple weeks ago as well. And now they're looking to make it 3 NFC East teams in a row, after a crazy game against the Giants, scoring 33 points in that fourth quarter. How much does this team concern you, Mula? This Denver Broncos team.
Denver Broncos, I haven't really been paying a lot of attention to them this year, to be honest with you. So I know they have a good defense. I know they have a great, especially their DBs. Their secondary is pretty good. I know that's one of their strengths. But I ain't been paying a lot of attention to them this year. To be real with you. They got Bo Nix. They got a good quarterback.
Yeah,
he's decent.
He's decent.
But honestly, I ain't gonna speak on it if I don't really know too much about it. So I can't really tell you, man. But I know they're a decent team. They're one of the better teams. I know that.
Yeah, one of the better teams, got one of the best defenses in the league. Have the Patrick Surtain won DPOY last year. So you think this Broncos team can give Cowboys nightmares?
I don't. Surprisingly, I feel like Dallas should go in there and take care of business. If we're being honest,
this is in Denver.
Yeah, I think the spread is at 2.5 right now. So I mean that says a lot within itself. They're at home and they're only giving them a field goal.
Yeah.
But that's because of the offense. I mean, you got to understand they only had 8 points going into 3 quarters against the Giants. So it's like,
I mean, you pick up the Giants though. So
yeah, I do. But at the same time, if Denver is what they records say they are, right now they that shouldn't have happened with the Giants with their secondary. But with that being said, I don't think they're going to have the offensive firepower to keep up with Dallas. So I really think it's going to be a track meet. I understand their defense is this and that, but if we being honest, no one's stopping CD and Pickens on a good day. I get Surtain and Surtain, but they're going to have to deal with Ferguson as well. They're going to have to spread it out. Then they got Javante, so they're going to have to load the box in a sense. So it's going to be a close game. I actually got Dallas coming out on top on that one.
Noah.
Yeah, I'm concerned. I'm not gonna lie because I just this damn Cowboys defense, bro. It's week to week. Like it's always a red alert with this Dallas Cowboys defense and with our defensive coordinator. So I am concerned on that front. Um, and Denver's pass rush. You know, our O line's been good, but I want to see him against a pass rush like that. You know, Nick Bonita's really good. Uh, Jonathan Cooper. You know, they really get pressure with four.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm concerned about. Their pass rush. To clarify, let me clarify. I'm concerned about their pass rush. I know they got Pastor Tane, but you know their cornerback too can get picked on, as you saw last week. So that, but on the flip side of it, they kind of been a little bit underwhelming on the offensive end. I expected more, and I don't know what it is between Bonex and Champagne, how that relationship's going. You know, some games
Not
it's
good.
on, some games it's off. So I mean, yeah, this is something to look at closely as we go through the week.
Look, this is an absolutely must win for the Dallas Cowboys. These they play a 3 week stretch: Denver Broncos, Arizona, and the Raiders. This is a absolutely look. The season will go two ways for the Dallas Cowboys. They'll sneak into the playoffs and they'll get eliminated round one, or they'll be one of those mediocre, or they'll be one of those mediocre teams that cannot, that are win enough games to where they don't have a good draft pick, but don't even sniff the playoffs. Because here's the problem. They play the Broncos, Cardinals, Raiders. Three winnable games, right? Broncos are the best team of those three, but Broncos is still a winnable game. It's not a Lions, none of that. You have those three winnable games. Then you play a 6 game stretch where there's not as much games that are winnable. You play Eagles, you play Chiefs, you play Lions, you play Vikings, you play Chargers, you play the Commanders. That's a difficult stretch. But if you go into that stretch at 6-3-1, you have some optimism. You go into that stretch, let's say you lose this week 3, you keep going that back and forth game. Oh, they'll lose this week 3-4, but there's Arizona coming up. So that's the game. We'll get back to 4-4-1. And you keep going like that. Eventually you're gonna run out of real estate. You're gonna get through this tough stretch and you're going to be suddenly 5-8 or something. So, Cowboys, they need to figure it out. They whatever it takes, you need to go into Denver and you pull out that win. You go into Denver and you pull out that win, then there's some light at the end of the tunnel with Arizona at home and then Las Vegas Raiders, who are one of the worst teams in football. We saw, this week they went up against Kansas City. They were taking kneels with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Never seen that before.
Crazy.
That's never
That's
seen that
crazy.
before. So yeah, literally with 2 minutes 30 seconds left, they were taking knees. So would y'all agree with my sentiment that this is an absolute must-win, Twan?
For sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. And then I'll try. Kansas City is a problem. Rasheed Rice coming back. That offense is crazy, man. From what I seen just yesterday, but yeah, I agree wholeheartedly, bro. They do have an opportunity to be 3-0 after these next 3 weeks. I'm iffy about the Cardinals game, regardless of who the quarterback is, just because I know Dallas well. But overall, yeah, they're decent. What's up, Noah?
About that. Funny thing is, so the Cardinals play us after their bye, and Kyler's gonna be back.
Mm.
Yeah.
Kyler definitely get y'all up out of here almost every time he plays you. So
Yeah.
Every
If anybody can get that vintage first couple years Kyler Murray out, it's this Dallas Cowboys defense.
yeah,
So, I don't know. That would be very, very interesting. Mula?
What was the question again? I forgot. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. So, oh, I low-key forgot my question too. No, I got it back now. Yeah. Is this a must win?
Oh hell yeah! This is absolutely a must win. Shit, I think this game damn near is determining how our season is going to play out because this is the first actual test. This is the first actual test. Some tests later on down the line will be way harder than this. This isn't the biggest test, but this is definitely one of the true tests. And if we can pull this win out, it actually gives our team real hope and real faith. Like it's one thing they know. These players know in the back of their mind. Okay, what we 3-1. We beat the Giants, hurt Commanders, and we beat shitty teams. I forgot who else.
Jets.
The Jets. All shitty. They know deep down, bro. We ain't really beat nobody yet, bro. For real, for real. So when they go play the Broncos and they go beat all these dudes, them dudes dogs. Even though they may not have the best, they may not have the highest ranked offense or whatever in the league. But Sutton and all them boys is dogs. Sutton is Mims. All them dudes is dogs. They gonna find a way to try to win the game, man. As we seen this past Sunday. So yeah, this is an absolute must win, man. I want to go into this bye week undefeated with the rest of these games that we play, man. We
Oh,
have to win.
Cowboys bye week is
It's
after Arizona,
before,
right?
yeah,
After
before
Arizona,
the
before the
Raiders. Yeah,
Raiders. Noah.
for 1000% must win. Like this will be the type of win that you can build momentum off of and get to that 6-3-1 potentially before that tough stretch. You get to 6-3-1. All right, here we go. What we're gonna see. So yes, we need this game desperately. We need this game.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that sentiment. You don't want to keep chasing games. It just seems like okay, every time Cowboys get this win to get them 500, they lose again, 500, lose again. Can't do that for too long. Eventually, you need to stack the wins, build yourself a cushion. Because the Cowboys already, quite frankly, they're a little bit behind already with the three losses that they suffered. When you looked at the schedule from before the season, this is the area where you were supposed to stack up the wins. So when those difficult games come later on, there was leverage.
Every
There
time.
was some time. There was things to work. There was some. So it could get to a point where even though this Cowboys team is maybe playing like a playoff caliber team, and they figure it out throughout the season, they just run out of real estate, and by the time they figure out, there's not enough games to get wins. There's not enough, time to catch up on it, and that's that could be concerning. Okay, trade deadline coming up. Final topic, real quick. Trade deadline coming up. I think the trade deadline is week. What is it? Is it before the Raiders game? I believe Noah, or is it after the Raiders game?
It's the day after the Cardinals.
The day after the Cardinals game. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. And teams and Jerry Jones is not really the most aggressive of in terms of mid-season acquisition owners out or GMs out there, and the teams kind of have this philosophy where they assess their team. Can we really make a run? If they do, you know they make moves, they become buyers. You have 2 first-round picks. The way Jerry was talking about beforehand and trading Micah Parsons away, it was so that y'all could potentially be buyers. He consistently brings up the notion how you can bring somebody in to improve to make this team better, and that's what that's what Jerry or that's what Jerry's sentiments are. Even though we've never really seen that from him. What does it take for this Cowboys team to do over the next 2 weeks, or should they be buyers no matter what? Noah.
Um, I would say I would say they should be buyers.
No matter what.
Considering Jerry's MO, yeah, because considering Jerry's MO and especially like not only with his, I'm not gonna be weird, but
His
he's getting up
mortality.
there.
He's
Yeah,
being weird.
but
That's facts. He's 83 or
yeah,
something.
at the same time, and after that, you pay like all these players the money and shit like that. You go out and trade George Pickens. What are you trying to do? You're trying to somehow win a Super Bowl, right? Okay, I mean, you gotta have the roster to do that. So you must be a buyer. You're not in no rebuilding stage. You want to save these picks for what? Somebody to make it. You're not gonna draft a Micah again.
What position would you attack? I was gonna say get somebody like if it's possible, if you could get somebody like a Trey Hendrickson with his deal running out, it won't take too much. But the problem with that is you need the Bengals to start losing a couple more games where they're out of it when they just beat the Steelers. So and now they kind of you know cut the lead. So Hendrickson being available might be difficult. Is it that position by the way? Maybe do you look for somebody in the secondary? What is it? And is it somebody on the defensive side of the ball? What are you saying? No.
Okay, my number one guy was going to be Max Crosby because
I
that
thought about that.
franchise is absolutely garbage. They're not winning anything. Bro, he's one loyal person. I'm not gonna lie, because even throughout these years, he's still staying strong with the Raiders. But I'll get somebody like him. I mean, I have to do a little more research about what other secondary pieces are really out there, middle linebackers. But I'm really aiming for Max Crosby because look, either side of the defense is cooked. You really need a pass rusher. Go get Max Crosby.
Mula.
Shit, yeah, he's right. I was gonna say Max Crosby as well. That's the name I've been hearing about. I've also been hearing about Bradley Chubb down there in Miami.
Yeah.
Being going to be shopped around. They ain't going nowhere this year. A hot take for me would be I like. Well, they're probably not going to ever trade him, but J.C. Horn with the Panthers,
Oh
he's a
no.
shutdown corner.
No,
But they
not
starting to win games. He
they're
give
winning
them too
games.
much hope. They're not regressing.
Yeah. They're not.
Or my final would be which I don't know if they would ever do it, but Sauce Gardner. I still like Sauce Gardner. I still got faith in him, but that organization ain't going nowhere neither. And we need help at DB. If we could pair Sauce up with Deron Bland for what? I don't know what we'd be able to trade. We'd have to trade some real capital for him. But
Sauce is actually not a bad shout out. Actually, he's not. They're 0-7. They're looking to build for
yeah,
whatever future they got. It's not the next couple of years. So, even though Sauce being young, I don't think he fits really in their timeline, and there's a little bit talks of regression. So maybe you could get him for cheaper. He is a young player. Sauce is a very, very good shot. It's not something, I thought of. Yeah, that's a very good shot. Twan?
I mean, I know the guys that's out there. They're not really gonna make no noise if they do come in. As far as trading these guys within the season, I mean, when has Jerry ever really just been like a shark in that aspect of it? I don't
But
see that happening.
but the thing is he's talking like he's been talking through early this season, giving hope for the cow. I guess I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to sell the Michael Parsons trade. But how much time does he consistently say, "Oh, this allows us to make a
Did
move
did it
later"?
did that talking come out of the same mouth that said Parsons wasn't going anywhere?
That's true.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right. That's true.
Or is that talk the same talk over these past 33, 30, 32, 33? I don't even know how old I am anymore. Years of my life that I've heard from Jerry. That same mouth. Y'all not doing anything. Just finish this season off, get to the drawing board, pick the wrong person in the draft, go get an O line in the draft first, like y'all always do. Like offense is the problem. And I mean, just keep going. Keep watching the show, man. It's all a show with Jerry. He's not trying to win a Super Bowl. We see that with the moves he's making. What are you gonna do with them drafts? What was his sole reason for getting rid of Parsons and paying Trayvon? Because he had one good year. That's the problem.
so say we keep Micah and Pickens is still balling the way he is,
Mm-hmm.
and Dak's still finna make what 75 million next year. Like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, we just extended our tight end,
Ferguson.
Ferguson.
Mm-hmm.
We just paid Deron. Like, it's not enough money to go around, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's just not enough.
And
So now
40.
we would have been in a position of either pay Pickens and let Micah go, or you know what I'm saying, or oh no, we can't pay Mike. We can't pay Pickens. We got to let him hit the market
Offense,
because we signed Micah.
offense hasn't been you guys' problem these recent years, bro. It's always been the defense.
Offense was an issue last
I
year.
feel like whether Pickens
Yeah.
was there or not, y'all would have still had a great offensive year just because of how
No,
Dak is
offense was
playing.
an issue last year. Before that,
It's
I heard offense was an issue.
it's kind of it's kind of both though, because like especially like Emron makes the case, Twan makes the case as well. Obviously with Dak in the playoffs, but look at that look at 2022 for example. That was the best defense I've seen from Dallas Cowboys in a while, in a while.
Yeah,
And
I remember that.
Dak got hurt. He comes back. He threw 15 picks. The offense was not consistent, and look what happened there. And the year before, the offense was like here and there. So it's really both with this team. It's really a lot of things. It can be both. But I understand your point about Jerry. He cannot be trusted at all.
I just know right now we got a for sure powerhouse on offense, bro. And with that, with us knowing what we got, we like every Cowboy fan feels extremely confident with our offense against any team right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
So
everybody agrees the Cowboys should be buyers.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they should be. Yeah,
I,
they
it
should.
just depends on what
It should be
it depends on what
100%.
we giving up. Depending on what we giving up. We need those. We definitely need those draft picks.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to the Star Unfiltered. We'll be back next week after the Cowboys we play the Broncos. So please like, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.